What is something that you wish I would do more of?
Can I be honest?
Of course.
Over. Rolling.
We're up at the cottage with Anna's family. Never been to Michigan in this atmosphere before. California boy through and through.
What's the most shocking part about being in Michigan?
That the lake, the actual lake is pretty shocking.
Why?
Because you look out and you can't see the other side. And you definitely expect it to be an ocean, and it's not.
It's not an ocean. What?
Today we're going to the beach again, hanging out with the fam.
We just did our Bible time separately, and then now we're gonna do a devotional together, and then we're gonna go downstairs and see my 7,000 cousins, and
Then the day just rolls.
we're doing a devotional right now on the Bible app. I've talked about this before in some videos, but we're doing one called Seek Civility Through the Fruit of the Spirit. And then there's the devotionals and then verses that apply, and then we just talk about it after.
Yeah, it's great. Sweet. If you guys
Good little baby step to add into your morning routine.
They can be topic driven too, so if you guys feel like you're struggling in certain areas, there's gonna be one for you. Meet the cousins.
There you guys are.
Morning.
Oh, I thought it was mine.
What up, dog?
What up?
Wakey, wakey.
Wanna play volleyball? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah.
Wakey, wakey.
That sounds
Oh, hi.
fantastic.
Wakey, wakey.
Good
Morning, you two. Are you
Hi. They're doing a science experiment.
What do we got over here?
Do you want bagel with cream cheese and some water?
I would love some bagel and cream cheese this morning. Thank you.
Tyler, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm gonna win.
Pressure. Rolling.
Action. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Are you ready for this?
I think so.
Alright.
I did
8 questions.
8 questions I've never asked my
Partner.
Howdy, ma'am.
fiance.
Partner. Well, now we've got 11 questions.
11? Oh.
11 questions I've never asked my fiance. Are you guys ready for these? These are going to be completely off guard for her. Number 1, we're going to start with an easy one, I think. What's your favorite quality of mine and why?
There's just so many.
I think just your positive mindset.
That works.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it lifts people up around you and it lifts me up. It doesn't feel fake. It doesn't feel like you're trying too hard. It's just very natural for you to be positive, smiling.
You ready for the next one?
Yes.
Alright, question number 2. What's something that I do that frustrates you?
When you say, it'll all be okay.
Really?
Yeah. Problem. And I'll be like, it'll all be okay. I'm like, oh, you take a lot of naps.
That frustrates you? It's because of my job, guys.
Dad, you're distracting me. Are you gonna be in here for a while?
Yikes.
Love you.
Yikes.
No, I don't think it's even your nap. So I think it's just like you just need a lot of sleep. And I'm a person that doesn't need a lot of sleep.
That's a good
So
answer
when
right
you're
there.
like, can we just chill for a second? I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And so sometimes it frustrates me. Like, not that you're wrong. It's just frustrating for somebody that needs 3 hours of sleep and a cup of coffee.
I do like to sleep. Number 3. What's your favorite thing about our relationship? And you can't use the guide card.
I can't say anything God related.
Well, you just don't use like the easy.
Oh, actually I have a different answer. My favorite part about our relationship is that we can genuinely have a fun time. You're gonna make fun of me, but like best friends. Like he's my buddy and my friend and my pal. But then we can have like a serious, in-depth conversation about pursuing each other and what that looks like within now and future, and just more deeper subjects that are very relationship based. We can go in and out of that in a very healthy way. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. I think I understand it.
That's all that matters.
What is something that you wish I would do more of?
Can I be honest?
Of course.
We've talked about this. I wish you would acknowledge my growth more.
Yep, saw that one coming.
You knew that was coming.
Uh-huh.
I have made a lot of progress in my head with the way that I act and the way that I respond to things. And sometimes in my head I'm like, oh, great job, Anna. I feel like you made a lot of progress when you used to act like this, and now you act like this, good job. And then he doesn't always know that that's a win for me, and know that that's a ton of progress, and know the way that I used to act. So sometimes I feel like I wish you would acknowledge more of my growth in these areas, but I also wasn't telling him that I was growing any. He just thought that that's how I was responding. So we had a conversation.
A real good one.
A real good one.
A
And I
super good
said,
one.
hey, you don't acknowledge my growth sometimes. And he goes, well, I didn't know that you made growth in the area. And I was like, oh yeah, good point. So I think it's just something that we both have to work on both parts.
That's a good answer.
True.
I like that, yeah. True, definitely true. On to the next one. What's something I can do to serve you better in our relationship?
I think you could serve me better in an emotional standpoint, acknowledging my conflict resolution style is different than yours.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because sometimes there's a problem and you just want to talk, and I'm like, ah!
That's fair enough. I think I could.
And I think that it's important to understand that you deal with problems and you say, I want to talk about it. I'm an external processor and we need to talk about this and get to the bottom of it. But when I have a problem, I am an internal processor and I want to think about it for some time and then process it. And if I haven't had that time internally to process it, it comes out in anger or frustration or irritability, and then we get nowhere. So, but then also it's my job to not make that internal processing time an inappropriate amount of time, because then that's just brushing it under the rug, and that's an excuse. How you can serve me more is you can acknowledge, why do you look so sad?
I'm not sad.
You can acknowledge my conflict resolution style versus yours and trust the patience period that I need, the extra
Patience.
minute.
The question is, what excites you about our future?
So I can go anywhere with it. I can go 10 years, I can go 2 days.
Yep.
What excites me most about our future is living together once we are married and establishing a routine in doing the things of life together, like grocery shopping, going to the bank, and establishing a routine where I have my buddy.
Buddy.
You don't like
Forever
that.
buddy.
For everybody. For everybody.
For everybody.
No, not for everybody.
Yo, no.
Forever buddy.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like a very boring, but it's honestly what I'm excited for.
I
Because
know
you know
you.
how I like my routines.
She's a routine gal. Okay, ready?
Next question.
Have you ever been scared of me?
No. I don't think I've ever been scared of you.
No.
I think no.
Good. I was hoping that was the answer. It really was.
No, I've never been scared of you. Next.
Number 8. What do you need the most of in order to feel loved by me? It's a 2-part question. What do you need the most of in order to feel loved by me? And when do you feel the most loved by me?
I think when I ask you to do something for me and you know it's important to me, but it's not important to you, and you do it because you know it's important to me, I think I feel loved by that because, I don't know, because you're putting yourself aside of it and you're saying, I know this is important to Anna, so I'm gonna do it. And then it's a weight off my shoulders and it's an act of service from him, and to me that shows love. But I stopped and hesitated because I also think you should show me other ways you love me. Say, like, Anna before Spencer, I would say, like, number 1 is, like, communication. Like, I like when I can communicate with my person, they're reciprocating all of that back. But we do that so much, and I feel like you're great at that. A continuation of that, and then a more specific answer would be the acts of service that don't serve you but serve me. Because I know they don't serve you in any way. I know you're just doing it because, not because I told you so, but because you love me and you're saying, I want to do this for her to help her.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good... It's nice outside the box. It's not just like a... What's something that makes you proud to be with me?
Something that makes me proud to be with you is when I see you in an indirect way mentoring guys. Like when you're speaking truth into other guys' lives, or you are giving advice, or guys come to you, that makes me like, that's cool. I just really like your servant's heart in that area, and then I think it shows how you carry yourself. They trust what you have to say, along with they've seen you doing it. So, that's cool.
That's good. If you lost your memory tomorrow, what's one thing in our relationship that you want to remember?
Like one event? Well, can it be like a one trip that I went to see you?
Sure.
When we got engaged.
Yeah.
So I thought it was just like another trip to see him
old trip
before I left, which was obviously important, but then I got a thing, this old boy. It was the longest that I've ever been with him, which was a whole 4 days.
Yeah.
And we were on our phones for probably 2 days after this happened, and some people got mad about it, but it was the best decision ever. I mean, we're never gonna do that again. I'm not planning on it.
Neither am I.
And
1 for 1, that's it.
it was such a special, fun, cool couple days. So that's mine.
That's cute.
And just knowing, like, being in the mindset of, yes, I'm leaving the country after I see you, but the door is closed. Like, we don't have an option to go elsewhere. It was a new mindset. It's just a strange piece, I guess.
Good.
Next question.
Alright, last question. Number 11. What are my biggest strengths and my biggest weaknesses?
Feels like 2 questions.
It's 1 with 2 answers. 2 questions.
Okay, your biggest strength, your desire to be a man of God. Because you're very focused. I think, okay, maybe your biggest strength is your focus. And I see it most in that
Category.
context. But I've never seen your vision change from like, actually, I don't really care about God this morning. Or, I forgot about God then. Like, you always bring it back. You're always focused. You're always like, where is God in this? And that's your biggest strength to me. Your biggest weakness, well, yeah, let's end on a weak note.
Break out the list.
He is a people pleaser.
Oh, yeah, I could have.
But like, how can I ever really be mad at a people pleaser? No, but really, sometimes I'll be like, hey, do you want to go to the beach? And he's like, yeah. And then I'm like, do you actually? And he's like, well, no, but I thought you did. And I'm like, so you don't want to go to the beach?
Sometimes. Sometimes it is my downfall.
Yeah, passive, like, yeah, for sure, whatever you want.
It's every walk of life for me.
Where are we going next?
We're going to Montego Bay.
Jamaica, Jamaica.
Uh-huh.
And do you want to get married there?
That sounds like a good idea.
And see. Stop bringing up your toes.